Hey Pisces, what's going on? Okay, long time, no see. Let's go ahead and get into your reading. Okay, Pisces. All right, here we go. Okay, let's see what the energy is or the connection. We have cards coming out already. I have like a slight headache, y'all, so I apologize. And this ring light is extra. It's like not helping the struggle, but it is what it is. This is part 1. The link to part 2 will be in the description or at the top of the comments. Pisces, let's see what the energy is. Serenity. Okay, of the connection. Your person has perplexity. And you have isolation. Okay, Pisces. So I think right now you're really, you're staying to yourself. Okay. And there is an energy of peace. All right. In this connection right now, there's an energy of peace. Being at peace, or peace is available here. Okay, that's what that's also telling me. Peace is available in this connection. I think that a number of you, because you're in this place of isolation, your person could be very confused. I'm also getting that this person's energy is very perplexing and has been that way, and so that has put you in a space of like wanting to kind of just stay to yourself, okay, because of their energy. Okay. Let's see. Let's clarify the energy. The 8 of Wands. Okay. So we've got Sag energy. Okay, hold on. Your person has the 9 of Cups. Okay, that's your energy. And you have the World. Okay, hold on. I feel like you are done with something here with the World. Like you have this understanding, because the World is about completion. Okay. Some of you may be in your Saturn's return as well. So you could be around the age of 29. You could be around the age of 58. Okay. So I'm getting that Saturn's return. But yeah, there's like this understanding, like you get it and you're ready to move forward. You've learned. And that could be why serenity in the 8 of Wands is here, because 8 of Wands is forward movement. I a number of you, I'm getting like literal movement, like almost like you're done with where you're at. You're done with living where you're at. And you are, hold on, it's interesting. Let me read isolation because the world is actually on the definition. Isolation is the feeling of being disconnected from others or the world, causing feelings of loneliness and exclusion. Isolation reminds you that solitude is also a part of self-healing and self-discovery. That's what I'm getting, like in isolation, in this space, you maybe have come to some sort of understanding about you, okay, about yourself. And fully understanding, I don't know, Pisces, what you need, what brings you peace, okay? How you want to move forward. Maybe you've had a moment where you could gather your thoughts and you fully understand what you want to say, what you want to communicate to who this is. It says, let go of isolation, seek inner connection, and restore harmony with the outer world. So, yeah, it's like you, I feel, are at peace with your inner, but now it's about you. Well, I need to pull more cards. Because I was going to say you're at peace with your inner world, but it's about connecting now, or putting thoughts into words to connect with who this is. It's interesting because your person shows up with your energy and it literally says, this is our happy place. Okay. Um, hmm. Perplexity is the feeling of being unable to comprehend the current situation, leaving you feeling lost. It reminds you not to rush for answers, but to give yourself time and space to understand. The answers will eventually reveal themselves. So it's almost like whoever this is, they're confused by you, okay? But they're, maybe they feel like, and that could be why Serenity and the Eight of Wands, maybe they feel like the answers will become clear soon. Like you'll be direct, you'll communicate those answers soon, because maybe this person knows that they're your happy place, okay? I also feel like there's an energy of like mystery with who this is. They're a bit mysterious. They are a bit perplexed. I'm seeing the letter C. Reciprocity wanted to come out. I don't know if that letter C. What are the mutual feelings these two share for one another? Unsatisfied. I wasn't happy with the way things were going. But your person has irreplaceable. The way you love me can never be matched. And you have conversation. I want to call you and hear your voice. What I'm getting is like, peace will be achieved, or it is available with direct communication with, you know, you and this individual. Because this is Sag. It's Mercury in Sag. And Sag I feel the energy is a straight shooter. Okay. Um, I'm hearing like, just give it to me straight. Okay. And yeah, with the world, it's like I think you're ready to like convey your thoughts to this person. Like you want to call them, tell them what's on your mind. Okay. But I think you both maybe had to like take a step back. Um, because you weren't like completely satisfied here with what was going on. I think they're in a better space because the Nine of Cups is a space of like feeling very, satisfied, okay? And although they're I don't know if they're confused by you or if they just are a confusing like person. Like this could be a Cancer or another Pisces as well, or a Scorpio, I'm sorry. I think they're a naturally, it's funny, I'm getting them being like a naturally like happy person, whoever this is. And I'm also getting like with the irreplaceable, this sort of like, I don't know if it's cocky or confident. They're like, I'm Pisces happy place. So if I'm might be a little confused as to what's going on, but I think that they feel as though you're going to come back or you're gonna call or you're gonna whatever the situation is. Okay. So they're like, that's why I get the Eight of Wands. It's like peace and forward movement are available here. Okay. Um, I think a number of you Pisces potentially like turned your back on this person. They, they felt like you weren't completely satisfied and you went, like I said, you went into isolation because that's just what you needed to do. Okay. But I think now you're like, well, I'm kind of done with that. I'm ready to talk. Show me Pisces in this connection. Show me Pisces. The raccoon. Yeah, but you also have the hawk and the golden egg. So the raccoon is about, some of you have Aquarius in your chart. It is an isolating type of energy. It is hiding feelings, hiding emotions, okay? Being a bit of a recluse. It is isolation energy, okay? Hiding your thoughts, keeping a lot of thoughts to yourself. You may also be very suspicious of who this is. That's what the raccoon's telling me. But you still see opportunity with the hawk and the golden egg. But yeah, the hawk also touches on suspicion. So I think that you, like I said, you still see opportunity with this person, but I do feel like you're suspicious. Okay, hold on. Clarify this person. how this person's showing up here in the connection with Pisces. The stingray. Water. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Hold on. Hold on, because the stingray is interesting. I want to clarify that. Stingray has to do with confidence, developing a spine, okay? And it says that, you know, there's a dilemma. And that it usually involves the stingray choosing a new path, okay? Dharma or karma. And, you know, the karma, it's about repeating old cycles, but which I feel like you're ready to break. Like you don't want to be involved in, you know, unhealthy cycles. That's why the world is here. But this person can either choose karma or dharma. And dharma is about a new path, a new way. And it says, no matter the situation, you know, it says this dilemma that the stingray, your person here, because see what's going on here, there's something about them being comfortable, okay, with the Nine of Cups. And it's them being comfortable. Sometimes the Nine of Cups, I don't know that I get this vibe, but it can be a bit of a selfish type of vibe. In a way where it's like, I'm comfortable here. I'm happy here. So do I really need to change? And there's something going on with them with the stingray where they're feeling like potentially something does need to change. They've outgrown. That's what it is. They've outgrown a situation. I want to look at perplexity for them. It says, perplexity is a feeling of being unable to comprehend the current situation, leaving you feeling lost. It reminds you not to rush. Did I already read this one? I think I read isolation. It reminds you not to rush for answers, but to give yourself time and space to understand. The answers will eventually reveal themselves. So that's what I'm getting with them too. Like they're sitting there like, well, the answer, you know, Pisces will eventually come forward. Sorry if I said that already, but Pisces eventually will come forward. Okay. And it also, there's something about family and friends because it says with the stingray, family and friends make this choice or situation more difficult. Okay. The influence. So I don't know if this person is like influenced by family and friends. It does say to bring into balance, move through the discomfort. See, but there's something here where they're like staying in maybe their comfort zone, but they're being encouraged to move through the discomfort. Okay. King of Wands. Got some Leo energy. Taking action. There you are, the Knight of Cups. Going with the flow and allowing. Yeah. This I feel by the King of Pentacles with the Six of Wands. I feel like, and I'll get more into this over on part 2. I think what's making this person uncomfortable is just kind of, they're very still. Like there's something going on here with them where they're just sitting. They're sitting. And maybe they're just sitting and waiting. And there's something that they're supposed to be doing. There's something that they're supposed to be taking action on in terms of, honestly, what I'm getting is their life. Okay. What's going to bring peace is forward movement, not staying still. This is something I'm getting with who this is. King of Wands and the Sun card. Okay. I think for some of you, Pisces, this person is like waiting on you. They're like, I'm confused, so I'm just going to wait. But I almost get, and I'm interested. I want to see what their advice is over on part 2. Okay. I pulled the advice on part 2, but I'm getting already that like they need to allow you to make the decision. They need to allow you to, make some sort of offer, make some sort of gesture, you to do something. And the way that that's triggered, the way that they trigger you, showing up maybe differently, is that by them doing something different for themselves. Some of y'all, maybe you don't want to hear that, but that's exactly what I'm getting. Like they need to do what they need to do for themselves. The King of Wands with the Sun, that's Leo. That's the self. Okay. Interesting. That's why you have serenity, being at peace and moving forward. I feel like I almost am getting that this person is like with the stingray, by them moving through the discomfort, by them stepping out of their comfort zone, that is going to inspire you to come in and step out of your comfort zone. And it doesn't have to do with you. It has to do with themselves. But they're like, oh, well, but I'm happy here. Like I like it here. This is, this feels good. And it's like, can't stay there forever though. Getting Libra for some of you is who this is. All right. Knight of Pentacles. So where is this headed with Pisces and who this is? Where is this headed with these two, given the current energy? Okay. The Hangman. The Knight of Pentacles wanted to come up in reverse. Stuck like Chuck, just kind of just hanging there. Okay, what we gonna do? It's like, we'll see. The Hangman it's also your energy, but I'll get into it over on part 2 because then I'll start going, going on and on. Okay, so I'll see some of you over on the second part. Like I said, the link is below in the description, top of the comments. You can read what we talk about over there. And if you feel like that's going to benefit you, I'll see you on the other side, Pisces. If this is where we part ways, love you all. I'll see you all next time. Peace.